All right, good morning to you here. It is the Monday edition of the Carolina Weather Video here for February the 13th. What a day of warmth yesterday. I'll recap that in just a second. Let's start off with a couple of live cameras this morning. That's the Greensboro Tower camera this morning. Northwest winds gusting out there, bringing in some cooler air. Take a peek down toward Charlotte. Dowd YMCA camera this morning. Same deal there. Cooler air rolling on in. Northwest wind at 9 in Charlotte. In the Triad area, there's been some winds anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour early this morning as this cooler air is rolling in. Now, there was nothing cool about yesterday. It was really a day that felt almost like late spring. Look at these highs from yesterday. And almost every temperature you see up there was a record high. I'll give you the list in just a second. There's your Triad area high temperatures all the way up to 83. 83 in Burlington and Reidsville. A lot of low 80s elsewhere. The Charlotte viewing area close to 80 in many spots. What an impressive day of warmth. Now these are the record highs yesterday. The actual record highs, or the actual high temperatures rather, on the left. The previous record highs in parentheses. And I mean, we're talking about record highs just being smashed. Raleigh broke the record by 8 degrees. It was an 8-degree breaking of the record in Elizabeth City and Greensboro. Other record highs across the region. Charlotte broke the record by 7 degrees. 6-degree breaking of the record in Greenville, Spartanburg. Just amazing stuff. Wilmington tying the record, by the way, yesterday. So just an amazing day of warmth. Now, change is underway. Cooler air building in here from the northwest. And overall, this work week will be a pretty cool one before we have another big warm up toward the end of the week. Now, the radar quiet for the time being. We did have a few showers right as the cold front was moving through late yesterday and into the evening, but that's gone now, and you have some snow that's left over in the northeastern part of the country. There's your northwesterly winds in place, bringing in the cooler temperatures and the drier air. This is a much drier air mass taking hold here across the region. That high pressure temporarily building in and moving overhead tonight. So we're looking at, again, a fairly gusty northwest wind at times today as the cooler air is arriving. There's our highs. Nothing overly cold about today, but certainly cooler than where we were yesterday. And there's our lows tonight heading on into Tuesday morning. As we get into Tuesday itself, clouds building in well in advance of our next area of low pressure. But we should stay precipitation free in most spots tomorrow. There's our Tuesday highs, pretty similar to today. And then on Wednesday, I think late Tuesday night into Wednesday, that's when we have a round of some rain roll through. Now, it's going to be a chilly rain, but I think outside of the mountains, this will be just that rain. Now, the mountains will pick up some snow from this, but rain outside of the mountains, and not a ton of rain. Futurecast the lightest of almost all the models, but I think even at the heaviest, we're talking a half inch or less of rain with this system. There's our Wednesday highs, and then behind the system, a lot of sunshine for Thursday, but it's going to be much cooler. But look at this, another big ridge building in here as we get into the upcoming weekend. That'll be another big warm-up by then. All right, so, well, looks like we have to play the game with positioning these charts. Hang on a second. All right, here we go. This is this morning's upper air chart off the European model. There's your trough that drove the cold front through here. Notice this piece of energy lagging behind. That is our next incoming system. So we go out now on the European model to tomorrow evening. Here comes that energy, and it'll phase to some extent with this northern branch. And so by the time you get to Wednesday, it's kind of become one big trough that's swinging out through. And then another little trailing piece of energy moves through here on Saturday. And that's probably going to bring us the chance of a little light rain late Saturday or Saturday evening. So some of the other modeling here with this system, here's the Canadian model. This is valid Wednesday around daybreak, low pressure in southeastern Alabama. If you had enough cold air around, this could be some wintry precip, but the timing of the cold air is just a little bit slower than you like to see if you want wintry precip outside of the mountains. We get out to Wednesday early afternoon, and then the system is gone thereafter. And it's very similar representation on the GFS here. This is, let's see, daybreak Wednesday. There's your low pressure in Alabama. There we are, early afternoon Wednesday. And if you're wondering what the precipitation types on the GFS look like, they look like that. So some snow in the mountains, rain elsewhere. Chilly rain, but rain nonetheless with that system as it moves through. And again, as we get toward the end of the model cycle here, let me show you, well, not the model cycle, but the end of the forecast period here. This is Thursday, kind of a chilly day Thursday for sure. But then we start a big warm up Friday. Conditions really begin to warm with this high pressure northeast of the Bahamas. We get more of a westerly flow back in place, bringing in warmer air. Now over the weekend, there's that chance of a little light rain with this system Saturday into Saturday evening. But overall, big warm up again over the weekend. We're talking weekend highs well up into the 60s, if not warmer by Sunday. And this is Monday, even warmer, probably up into the 70s again by Monday afternoon, ahead of our next system later on next week. All right, that's it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.